I shall tell you this, my friends. If Jews persist in supporting communism, we have lived to see the day that modern Shylocks have grown fat and wealthy, praised and deified, because they have perpetuated the ancient crime of usury under the modern racket of statesmanship. These Jewish financiers. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Mr. Roosevelt is the tool of Jewish bankers. The raspy voice was building to a rage, splendoring the air in the cozy adobe casita. "Oh, for crying out loud," Georgia exclaimed and flung down her knitting. "How did he get into my radio?" She imagined a deadly little spider creeping around the vacuum tubes that glowed like a city inside the handsome radio. Jumping up from her rocker, she walked the 5 feet or so, over to where the radio perched. It was a Philco superheterodyne, a beautiful machine shaped like a Romanesque cathedral with its semicircular wood arch, which, as her husband Alfred Stieglitz explained, was the ideal shape for sound projection. It cost a fortune, but Stieglitz had given it to her as a make-up present after she had told him she was staying out west well into the winter. She didn't need to go back to New York and have to endure that silly woman. Louisa, an interim mistress to Dorothy Norman. Dorothy with the soulful eyes. It was her eyes that had first intrigued Stieglitz, and then the rest of her body followed along, so it seemed. And now it was Louisa somebody or other. Dorothy had momentarily, or at least temporarily, gone back to her rich husband. She wasn't sure what Louisa's attractions were, except for the fact that she could type and was available. "She's a whiz, Georgia. You've never seen anyone type like she does," Stieglitz had said. Georgia had only replied, "Of course." She was beyond arguing or condemning either Stieglitz or Louisa. Well, she had actually seen Louisa stark naked typing when she had arrived back in New York at the end of summer. Those ample buttocks hanging over the edge of the desk chair. It was enough for her to turn around within the week and go straight back to New Mexico.